Thanks for the intro, Tom. Good morning, everyone. Let's have a look at Nevada Copper. Our cautionary note regarding forward-looking statements, a lot to read there. So, what is Nevada Copper? We are a mine developer focused on copper, centered in Reno area, northwestern Nevada, aiming to be the next mid-tier copper producer. Our three objectives are: 1, complete the construction of our underground mine, currently on schedule to produce copper in Q4 of this year. 2, advance the open pit that is adjacent to the underground into production. We completed a PFS for the open pit earlier this year and will move towards a feasibility study and construction decision targeted for Q4 2020, with construction anticipated to begin in 2021, with production to follow in 2022. Our third objective, expansion. We have clear paths for expanding the underground and open pit deposits through converting inferred resources into the mine plans and further expansion of the deposit's footprints. In addition, our land package of 17,500 acres includes large areas that are underexplored, where there are multiple visible occurrences of mineralization at surface. And finally, with what will be the only processing facility that's fully permitted in a region containing more than 30 billion pounds of copper, we believe we have a first mover advantage. There's Nevada. You can see Yerington, where we are. We're 8 miles west of Yerington, and we're about an hour and a half southeast of Reno by highway. So let's talk about risk mitigation, jurisdiction. Nevada was named the #1 mining district in the world by the Fraser Institute for 2018. We are fully permitted. We have highway and rail access, water and power in place. We are 1.5 hours, as mentioned, highway drive from Reno. The desert climate and local topography is optimal for efficient and eco-friendly mining techniques. No tailings dam required, as the company is able to use a dry stack tailing method. We have a fixed price EPC contract in place, which helps protect against cost and schedule overruns during construction. We have very strong community support with a history of mining. We are also part of an emerging industrial complex, including the Tesla Gigafactory just down the highway. There are a couple of reasons why we remain on target to enter production this year. A big one is our team. We have a phenomenal team of mine builders and market experts. Leading the management is Matt Gilley, CEO. He's a boots-on-the-ground CEO. He's at the site now building the mine, which is why I'm here. Most recently, former CTO of Barrick, during his tenure, ran the Cortez district in Nevada, producing 1 million ounces of gold per annum. He was COO, developing and bringing Oyu Tolgoi into production for Rio Tinto. He was also the CEO of Palabora Mining Corp., producing 80,000 tons of copper per annum. Matt has successfully built and operated both underground and open pit mines during different cycles in multiple jurisdictions, and now he is back in Nevada to build Pumpkin Hollow. Then we have Tom Albanese as our lead independent director. Considering his accomplishments in the mining sector, he doesn't really need an introduction, but I'll give you one anyways. Current director of Franco-Nevada, former CEO of Rio Tinto, former CEO of Vendetta Resources, board director of Ivanhoe, Palabora, and Turquoise Hill Resources. We also have Ernie Nutter, one of the world's most highly regarded mining analysts and former managing director of RBC Capital Markets. You know, the list goes on. I could go on, and I urge you to visit our website and get a real feel for the caliber of our management operations team and our board. And our board is very active and very supportive of management and takes a big role in advancing this project. Okay, the underground, fully funded, economically robust, with expansion potential. Some quantitative measures. We have a post-tax NPV of $301 million US and an IRR of 25%. We're going to be averaging $80 million US per annum in free cash flow over the first 5 years of a 13.5 year mine life. And then the qualitative. In construction now, on schedule for production, as mentioned in Q4 this year. We have a long life extension potential from a 636 million pound inferred resource. This is a straightforward construction process in a brilliant jurisdiction, a few minutes drive to the Yerington Town Centre, providing an attractive setting for our mine-building team and families. We have hundreds of workers on site, and it is a pleasure to see everything rolling out on schedule. Okay, so we've talked about the first step towards becoming a mid-tier producer. Now let's talk about step 2, the open pit. It's located next to the underground, about 4 kilometers away. Our recent PFS from earlier this year demonstrates a strong cash generator with low capex and long life. Some quantitative measures. The open pit has an NPV of $829 million US post-tax and an IRR of 21%. The open pit will generate, on average, $180 million US per annum in free cash flow over life of mine. It has a 19-year mine life. And then qualitative. We are fully permitted for a 70,000 ton per day processing facility, the only one in the district. A feasibility study and construction decision is targeted for Q4 2020, as mentioned, with construction targeted for 2021 and production to follow in 2022. There's significant expansion potential from the inferred resources in pit and mineralization open to the north and west. The open pit represents a clear path for Nevada Copper to greatly enhance our production and cash flow and create value for our shareholders as we become the next mid-tier copper producer. So let's take a quick look at what the economics look as a property, the whole property. A combined IRR of 22%, a combined NPV of just over $1 billion US. Further drilling, just to summarize the two projects, further drilling of the inferred resources of the open pit and underground have potential to increase the reserves. The picture you see here with the head frame and surface works is a little dated. I encourage you to check out our website. We have bi-weekly updates of the construction. You'll find a nice time-lapse video of how things have been progressing. So the third objective of the company is expansion. We announced earlier this year the staking of new ground called the Teddy Boy area, where we have had multiple occurrences of surface mineralization. You can see the inset. I don't know if you can tell from that photo, but there are large outcrops of mineralization on surface. It's highly visible. And this is just one of the prospective areas we'll be drilling, and we're drilling at the Teddy Boy area right now. Let's talk about the Yerington district that Tom's very familiar with. Historically a significant copper producer for Anaconda, with currently over 33 billion pounds of copper inventory. Nevada Copper is situated brilliantly with the only permitted processing facility. We have an extensive land package that is underexplored, as mentioned, and with the first mover advantage in a re-emerging district. We are the obvious partner of choice for anyone else developing a copper project in the valley, we believe. With a market cap of $200 million US, like many companies at this conference, we are undervalued. However, that hasn't stopped us from building ourselves into a very strong position. One of the ways we have done this is with our partnerships. We've recently optimized our balance sheet thanks to our new partners with KfW IPEX Bank out of Germany. We also have strong institutional partners, BlackRock, Capital, Castle Lake, Fidelity, JP Morgan, Triple Flag, and Paula Investments. Ever since making our construction decision last year, we have consistently remained on target to enter production in Q4 this year, thanks in part to our construction partners, Sedgman and Cementation. We also enjoy unwavering support from the local community thanks to our partnerships with the town of Yerington, Lyon County, and the state of Nevada. So in summary, you can expect Nevada Copper to continue our underground project targeting production before this year is up. You can expect us to continue progressing the open pit with a goal to complete an FS in 2020 and construction in 2021. And finally, you can expect us to move forward with expansion in multiple areas. And thank you for listening. That's a short summary. I'd love to speak with you upstairs if you have a moment. I'm here all day. And thank you for taking part in the conference.